New York City Mayor Eric Adams gives migrants 60 days to get out of the shelters. Now, I know we told you we were a sanctuary city. And by sanctuary city, I mean we're a sanctuary city for a while, but then after 60 days, we need you out. Yeah, don't really care where you go. You got to go. You got to be gone because you've overloaded our system. Now, the reason I cover, of all the topics that are out there, the immigration one drives me crazy because all these sanctuary cities, Seattle being one of them, but nobody sends anybody up here because we're too damn far away from the southern border. It's just not happening. Chicago, New York, yeah, those are easier locations. So now New York City has gotten to the same level that Arizona has been at for a long time and Texas has been at for a long time. Hey, we are overloaded. We got to ship our people out. Florida, overloaded. We're inundated. We got to start sending people out. We got to start bussing people out. Nobody listened when the states along the southern border were bitching. They're like, they've got to let people in. Open border. It's all good. It's all good. The whole Trump thing. Remember? And Trump, he's building the wall as kind of a pushback on, hey, you can't be doing this because this is not a long-term solution, letting people by the millions come into the country and we don't even know where they're going. We're firing employees here, long-term employees here, but if you come up through the southern border, you don't need the jab. You don't need anything. Just come on through. Come on through. It's all good. So the reason I'm doing this podcast is because of the hypocrisy of, yeah, we're a sanctuary city, but the inn is full. There's no room at the inn. So you got to go somewhere else. I mean, sanctuary city by definition, yes, we understand that. But in reality, we need some more help here, which is exactly what the southern states have been screaming for years. And that's why this is happening. So now it's happening to these sanctuary cities. And they're feeling just a little touch of heat, just a little bit of that butane on the backside. And they're like, 60 days, you guys got to get out because you're overloaded our systems. People in Chicago pissed off. They're taking all these migrants in. Hey, what about the regular residents here who need a ton of help as well? You guys don't count. We're sanctuary city. You guys are residents. Screw yourself. That's literally the message that is being sent, right? Last week, news broke out that New York City Mayor Eric Adams was discouraging migrants from coming to the city. Now Adams announced a new plan to limit their stay in temporary shelters. Mayor Adams wants to allow migrants to stay no longer than 60 days in shelters. Mind-blowing. So where's he want them to go? You're just going to put them through super quick? All of a sudden, you're going to do this, turbocharged immigration system? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're saying? Or are you just going to kick them out? You're just going to kick them out. I bet you they just kind of kick them out. Or is he just basically stating this to make sure that people know, all right, New York City might not be your best bet because you might be out on the streets. Either which way, that's not the message that these sanctuary cities sent out, was it? Like, this is horrible. Governor of Texas, he's a terrible, terrible man. Governor of Florida, terrible, terrible man. Crimes against humanity. We're sanctuary city, send them our way. And then they do. No. You got 60 days. We're on overload here. Sorry, guys. Resources, there's all, finite. A week ago, information broke out that Mayor Adams' flyers printed in English and Spanish to prevent migrants from coming to New York City. And they were passed out along the Texas border. How about Governor Abbott in Texas doing those big, huge barriers on the rivers and also razor wire on the rivers? The guy's getting serious. He's getting serious, right? With the city supporting over 50,000 migrants, Mayor Adams believes he has found the solution. And the solution is, can't stay, gotta go. We put you up for a little bit, but man, we don't have the money to do it anymore. It's breaking the coffers. So we're going to have to ask you to go. Where to? There's other sanctuary cities. How about we send you there? He's going to end up doing the exact same thing that Texas and Arizona and Florida, the southern states are already doing. Last Wednesday, July 19th, Mayor Adams said New York City has done more than any other level of government to address this national crisis. Really? Are you on the border? You've had that much run through? You got that much? Huh. All right. Providing shelter, food services, and much more to more than the 90,000 asylum seekers since last spring. Okay. We're talking millions have come through the southern border, right? Millions. And you're bitching about 90K, maybe 54.8K, with more than 54,800 asylum seekers still currently in our care. This effort will intensify adult asylum seekers' casework services over the next 2 months to help them take the next step on their journey and ensure we have a bed to place children and families at night. For more than a year now, New York City has responded to this crisis alone. We need our state and federal partners to step up. Okay, really? You're sanctuary city. I thought you were going to handle this. I thought you got this. Yeah, no. All right. So what you're asking of your state and federal partners is what the southern borders have been asking for forever. Right? And they've just been overrun. Yeah. I mean, you guys are just bitching and moaning. And that's what it feels like every other state has basically said. You guys are just bitching and moaning. Shut up. We're going to ignore you. Oh, and now it's happening to New York City. Oh, yeah. Then we got to turn the tide here a little bit, right? Deputy Mayor for Human and Health Services, Ann Williams-Isom, added, as we continue to tackle this humanitarian crisis, one that we have created by lax immigration policy, especially coming through the southern border, one that we've created, we must devise novel ways of moving people within and through our system to find where they will ultimately settle. This policy will allow greater flexibility in assisting asylum seekers finding where they may settle here in the city or with loved ones and friends. The city is and will continue to help individuals and families find shelter and connect with services at their initial connection point with us. We must then work together with partners at all levels of government to find options for where people will settle in order to continue relieving the pressure on New York City. This has always been the drill. What you're talking about here has always been. It's always been the case. Not everybody can handle the inflow, right? And the southern border states have been doing it for how long? Yeah. And you guys have been doing this for how long? Literally months. And you're like, uncle, we're done. Can't do it. At the press conference, Mayor Adams added, okay, this is good. I want you to follow me here. So we get into some tricky stuff here. We stated several months ago that we have reached full capacity and that full capacity was verbalized. We talked about it. And now New York is just going to be visually actualized. What does that even mean? Visually, we're going to visually see it happen. We're going to make it happen. We talked about it. Now we're going to visually actualize it. Is that even a thing? Does that make sense? We're going to see how much more of our cup has basically runneth over. But I didn't think there was any limitations on a sanctuary city on who you would take in. How about Martha's Vineyard? How about those jokesters? Oh, no, yeah, we're sanctuary city in name only. We're going to put those bastards back on the bus just as soon as they get here. And that's what they did. So funny. We have no more room in the city and we need help. That's exactly what the southern borders have been stating for how long? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is what they're experiencing? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we need our state partner and our federal partners to step up because we have no more room in the city and we need help. You probably do. And that's why this policy of just letting people through by the millions is a hard no-go because the resources aren't there, especially not in the time frame we're looking at. The 60-day limit will begin in the next few weeks. One migrant, Ricardo Perez, 32, said 60 days is not enough time. It's probably not. It's probably because, I mean, the system is just wildly overloaded. Are you just going to dump a whole bunch of people from who knows where to who knows where in the U.S.? Yeah, that's what's happening right now. Is there any accountability? God, who knows, right? Perez said, after those 60 days, what are they going to do with all the people who are up there talking about in New York City? Where are they going to put them? Where will they go? Excellent questions. These are all the same damn questions that I think regular people, reasonable people, have been asking since we've had this whole immigration fiasco. Let them come through. It's all good. It's all good. Keep on coming. Here you go. It's all right. Keep on coming. All right. Got another million more voters. All right. All right. Keep on going. Got 2 million more voters. All right. We're doing good. Yeah. Until they end up in New York City, until they end up in Chicago. Crazy stuff, right? I mean, this is just so crazy. He and other migrants feel that it's not enough time and they may end up sleeping on the street. Well, yeah, they might. Based on what Mayor Adams is saying. If he's literally going to kick them out of the shelters, all right, 60 days, new people coming in, 60 days, use the shelter system for 60 days. Is that going to dissuade people from coming? I don't think so, because sleeping on the streets of New York City with a shot at bettering your life down the road. All right. So you got to stick it out for XYZ period of whatever time. Then they'll book you through the paperwork process. That is still way better than whatever your reality was back in whatever, Central American country you came from. Right? So I don't think it's going to dissuade anybody. Sleeping on the street in America versus sleeping on the street where they came from, where they escaped from, for wherever they left with no opportunity. We talk about Honduras. We talk about all the drug dealers that have done super well in San Francisco and in Portland, along that I-5 corridor, because they are building big mansions back in Honduras. Because the drug trade in San Francisco is so profitable relative to making $8 a day on average as a worker in Honduras. I mean, you come to America and make 350 grand, like one guy purported he did. That's tax-free money, right? You're a drug dealer. Yeah, you're not going to report that to the IRS, right? So you're going to roll those dice, sleep on the sidewalk for a while? Probably. Still going to roll that dice. So no, it's not going to be enough to dissuade folks from coming in. I think a lot of this is just talk. I think a lot of this is to, shine light on the issue. But that's exactly why, governor of Florida and governor of Texas started doing that, to bring attention to this issue. Number one, to get people off their books in their states that have been wildly overrun. I mean, these border cities, El Paso, are you kidding me? Just putting that kind of pressure on a city. And so, we took the emphasis and took it off of those border cities and now put it somewhere else. And now they're squawking. Yeah. Guess what? It's bound to happen. You can only take so much, right? You only have resources for so much. So will we see, something change with the immigration policy? I don't know. You would think so. Because, with this kind of thing, we're name only in the whole sanctuary city thing now. We're name only. We started off that way, but it didn't really work out because, man, who knew that those illegal immigrants were going to cost us so much in taxpayers' dollars to house them for months on end until the whole system, got their paperwork through, and then we book them out to wherever they're going. And it's good, guys. Keep going. Don't make sure you vote for us. Don't forget to vote. Vote the right way. We brought you in. Keep us in. I think that's a lot of what you got going on, right? Yeah. All right. That's it for me on this one. Crazy stuff. Totally unreasonable. What we're doing. Thanks again for being here. Catch up with you in the next one. Bye for now.